So this, the first piece is going to be a little short story from my travels in Spain and Portugal. And it's called Dr. Phil, or How Something Happened on the Way to Heaven. From Sevilla, Spain to Lagos, Portugal. And why shouldn't the ghost of Phil Collins appear, yet again, in the radio speakers of a bus headed from Andalusia, Spain to the southern coast of Portugal? A less popular song from Phil, but no less true and with a twist on the old cliche. You can run and you can hide, but I'm not leaving unless you come with me. Mm-hmm. I think at this moment of pop bliss, of popsicles, Pop-Tarts, soda pop, and I wonder what would happen to the fabric of the universe, nay, the multiverse, if the radio announcer DJ Man just had a momentary lapse of reason. If he just entered a pocket of sincere dementia and started spouting out his opinion that the Phil Collins song about being able to run and hide but still being tethered to some mysterious force was in all actuality Collins' honest attempt to communicate the cross-cultural spiritual truth of the Akashic Records. One's own personal bookkeeping service that, like a heavenly sort of big brother secretary, recorded all one's thoughts and deeds. The DJ, in his state of temporary lucidity, which later commentators would label schizophrenia, the DJ would relay that Collins, in a special VH1 behind-the-scenes interview, had written the song way back in his glory days behind the drum set at Genesis. It was after an epiphanous 24-hour Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds experience, where he had a sublime and transcendent vision, a glorious and beatific vision of his higher self, not the one named Phil Collins. This higher self, he told the interviewer, which called itself his ally, opened the largest book that the lower self Phil had ever seen. The book sparkled, Collins said in the interview, and in gold, glittering letters communicated back to me every little thing I had done. I could feel the crush and pain of every harmful act, and the joy and gratitude from every other soul for all the kind and compassionate acts I had done or words I had spoken. And then, and this is the part that had made the VH1 interviewer pause for far too long, made him stretch the universe into uncomfortable, uncompromising multiple dimensions. Collins then said, and I could see in this book the consequential effects, like a string of pearls or a garland of skulls, all the acts and words of every lifetime I ever lived. And I knew then that it was all being recorded on the way back to heaven. So Phil Collins, says the schizo-lucid DJ, having his own moment of transcendent angelic walk-in or simple traditional madness. Phil Collins was pleading with us through his song, Something Happened on the Way to Heaven, not only his beliefs in reincarnation, but his direct Gnostic experience of perceiving his higher self. And that higher self's wisdom of these other lives and their ramification for our little individual egos competing like imbeciles for airtime. And then the DJ would either swap back to his normal self and begin spinning Tears for Fears or the Eagles, or he would take off his headphones and gently, calmly walk out of the DJ booth, straight into the desert sun, where he would spend the rest of his days painting caves and the rest of his nights counting stars. Dr. Phil, Something Happened on the Way to Heaven.